I use it.
Good evening. I'd like to call to order this regular meeting of the Rutherford Board of Education for June 20th, 2016. The first order of business, we would ask everyone to stand and pledge allegiance to the flag behind you. I pledge allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. I'd ask the secretary to please call the roll.
Mrs. Ahmed?
Present.
Mr. Arce?
Here.
Mr. Chu? Mrs. Jones?
Here.
Mrs. Lanny?
Here.
Mrs. Librera?
Here.
Here.
Mr. Mazzone? Mr. Racine?
Here.
Mr. McLean?
Here.
You have a quorum.
Thank you. And thank you to the board members for being here. Thank you to the members of the public for showing up. I know we have a lot of awards to move through this evening, so we'll try to move along. A couple of boilerplate statements that we have to read at the beginning. The New Jersey Open Public Meetings Act was enacted to ensure the right of the public to have advance notice of and to attend the meeting of public bodies at which any business affecting their interests is discussed or acted upon. In accordance with the provisions of this act, the Rutherford Board of Education has caused notice of this meeting to be published by having the date, time, and place posted on the bulletin board outside of the Borough Clerk's office, mailed to the Herald, South Bergenite, and Record newspapers, and filed with the Borough Clerk. Hard copies of the agenda are available in the meeting room, and the agenda is posted electronically on the district's website at www.rutherfordschools.org. Regular meetings of the Rutherford Board of Education will be broadcast without editing during a 2-hour time segment as limited by Comcast time constraints on Tuesday evenings at 8 p.m. on Comcast Public Access Channel and on FiOS Channel 38. A video of the meeting may also be viewed on our website, www.rutherfordschools.org. The video link can be found by opening the Board of Education link and clicking on Public Meetings and then Videos. Any member of the public who wishes to view a DVD of the meeting can make a request in writing to the board secretary. Members of the board, in your packets were the minutes from our regular meeting of May 23rd and our executive session of that same evening. Are there any comments, additions, or changes that you would like to see to those minutes? Hearing none, we ask the secretary to enter those into the record as is. And the normal order of business would be to have a report from our student representative and then which we'll do that first. Okay, we'll let you report first, and then we're going to change the agenda a little bit and move into the awards next.
This Wednesday is the big day, the day that everyone's been waiting for since the beginning of the school year, graduation. Today, Monday, was our first day of graduation practice, which I wasn't here for, but most of the rest of the school was, and tomorrow is also resumed. And following graduation is the long-anticipated project graduation, where we spend a night at some place that hasn't been disclosed yet, but sure to be a lot of fun.
And then we're going to move into some special presentations, but before doing that, our student representative, Sean Sullivan, is modest. I think probably the reason he missed some things were some meets that training he may have been involved with. Sean is, to say he's an accomplished and gifted athlete would be a gross understatement. But beyond those accomplishments that you've had in your school career and your athletic career, you have been a welcome member of our Board of Education, and the board would like to thank you for that service. And we have a small gift for you in regard to that. So now we'll move into the special presentation.
Congratulations on all your achievements.
And the reason to do that is showing this graduation this weekend in North Carolina, the national faculty is unqualified to be national level. I'll ask Mr. Glenn, maybe someone can help me at once. Throughout the year, the board has recognized at various times to have the students present the reports that I did to the board on accomplishments of our students. And students have accomplished a great deal, both media buildings, in the classroom, in the arts, in the service, in athletics, and academics. As we close the school year, we, board is recognizing, we are recognizing those students who earned a distinction outside of the school district, outside of just a smaller regional area, but have earned distinction in the county, or the state, in some cases national level. We had, I believe, 84 students in the district who were invited tonight. Some had conflicting activities that may not be here to put their names. But that's a very large number of students. And when you hear some of the accomplishments, which we will go over in terms of the title and then in detail, the range of the achievements is even remarkable. 84 names from various buildings. I will apologize now for the names that I butchered a little bit. I'll do my best. But it certainly, if I mispronounce it, let's take 8 names. We're going in the order that certificates are rated. Someone somebody may be coming back up, so don't get too comfortable with the Future Business Leagues of America, which is here at the high school, at BLA, we has online regional competition. We had earlier back. Selected to the All County first team, which is it's a rather rare accomplishment for our counties. A very big county, with 60 schools. Also, runner of the year for New Jersey's West, so 2 citations for him, Sean Sullivan. Every year there's a spelling bee to the students who go to high school, dating back to the time that Rutherford and Beck were playing Thanksgiving Day football game, happens on Thanksgiving week. And one of the high schools won the spelling bee, and the winner of the individual one was Ishan Khan. Bergen County runs a all-star choir, and choir students have to audition. First, their teacher needs to think they meet that cut, they audition, and then audition to all the schools in Bergen County. It's on both the middle school and high school level, and we had a number of students selected to the Bergen County Choir, which is credit to them, credit to our music program and the teachers. So, from the high school, the Bergen County Choir High School Division, Melissa Nam, Alexander Tassett, Elijah Gomez, John Lee, John Yan, and Sophia. And for Pierpont and Union schools, to the middle school camp choir from Pierpont. Now, to make Mr. Things like these, I'm going to call the names one at a time.
Yeah.
It's a lot of students. Casey Liddell. Leon Chavez. Sherlock.
We may not be making it easier. Hold on. Thank you.
Sherlock. Maya Monteleone. Sarah Durali. And for Union School, Sophia Masulo. After being selected for the Berkeley County Choir, some of these same students and others as well had the opportunity to apply for a larger choir as a region or regional choir. And from Pierpont Union, we had several students selected from Pierpont to the Region 1 Choir, Brianna Showery, Maya Monteleone, and Sierra Show. And from Union School to the Region 1 Choir, Jane Caceres, Gabriela Campos, Sophia Masulo, and Ola Schmidt. And then there's a New Jersey All-State Choir, which obviously takes students from across the state. And we had 5 of our high school students selected to the U.S. State Choir. John Lee, Jonathan Yap, Sophia King, Katie Alexandra Tassi. Alexandra was also selected to the All-National Mixed Choir. She performed at the Grand Ole Opry House this year, representing Rutherford High School. I think in my few years here, we've never had anyone get to the national level, so congratulations. Good ask you to sing. We also had students from Union School who auditioned and were selected to perform in the Zemo Opera Company production department. This again was a regional Northern New Jersey selection for students who were going to perform one of the most well-known operas in the world. Selected to perform that piece was Mary Kahn, Katie Caceres, Ada Feza, Emily Feza, Lauren Garcia, Elizabeth Matthews, and Jared Sartori. The Rutherford community every year runs in conjunction with the Human Rights Commission, county agencies, Human Civil Rights contest. We had from the high school civil rights essay winners, first place, Alma Hamza. Second place, Rowan Mayer. Third place, Cecilia Sir. From Pierpont School Civil Rights Poster Contest, first place, Owen Bull. Second place, Marcus Islami. And third place, Elizabeth Bond. County every year solicits artwork from students, and they judge the artwork, and they put that artwork on the county calendar, I guess, distributed throughout the county. And we had 2 students here not selected as the winners in that contest. The first place prize to Matthew Shee. And second place will be Belgium. Our Family Consumer Science program at the high school, which some of you may know is economics, every year sends students to the Spring Leadership Conference at Rutherford University. This is with students from across the state. They compete in culinary arts, in textiles, in home design, fashion design, interior. This year from the high school, we had several winners of gold, silver, and bronze medals. Winning gold medals: Yuri Kennedy, Knott, Henry Clark, Jesus Kim, Kinza Siddiqui, and Larissa Knott. In the same competition, state level, silver medals went to Christopher Chow, Shannon Clare, and Catherine Park. And Julie Dickens. And we had 3 bronze medal winners: Megan Chow, Rosa Oladimaji, and Simon Young. There is a national financial literacy test that's given to test students and parents in personal and business finance to be recognized, sort of by the goals to be recognized. Students have to score a grade of between 95 and 100%. We had 4 students who scored 98 and above on the test, and were recognized. And they are from Rutherford High School. They are Cheyenne Patel, Megan Donahue, and Joe Burkhardt. Our TV production studio enters students in the countywide film festival sponsored by the Rutherford University of College, and we had a first place winner in the film festival, Patrick Spearman. We had 3 of our students from the high school who are currently, or who will be earning short time, Eagle Scout designation. Scouting, as you know, is extremely high compensation, and the 3 Eagle Scouts are not included. Craig Rosowski, and Thomas Rosowski. We had 2 girls from high school receive silver awards for Girl Scouts, which ranks one of the highest levels of achievement in scouting for girls, and they were Ava Boyler and Kaylee Schmadeker. New Jersey Consumer Bowl is a statewide competition in the world of finance, which is held annually, and this year Rutherford High School took 2nd place in the competition in the state, and the members of that team were in 2nd place for the Consumer Bowl. Jessica Skinner, Maggie Donahue. Connor Claire. Rose Schnackenberg. And Julie Davis. Our academic decathlon team is a team of students that compete very strength for this competition at the high school level. We have had a lot of success in the last several years at the state level, and there is also a national competition qualifying state level, which is done online, as well as a national competition that one team from state comes to. We've been fortunate enough twice in the last 7 years to go to the national. This year we competed in an online national, and in their group, nationwide, gold medal in ESA, and Halcyon Schiller. And bronze medal with Halcyon Thompson. And the final group we're recognizing, many of these students here a few months ago at a board meeting and demonstrated some of their work in robotics. But they were a first place winner at the county-wide robotics competition in the autonomous operation in SPKC Best IQ Highlights robotic competition. So they were first place in that, and they also were third place in the first competition we mentioned. So they had quite a successful year. In the first year, really, this group has been competing. And we have from Pierpont, all from Pierpont School, recognizing for their championship and staff activities, Captain Corker. Nicholas Rosa.
You have to recalibrate here.
Okay.
Recalculating.
So this is where we use us in the city.
Or a robot.
Yeah, or a robot. So who's the next one?
We had Captain Parker, Nicholas Rose was next. Okay.
Is Nicholas?
No, Nicholas is not here.
Oh.
But Brianna Showery is here. And so Jake Schumann. Derek, is it? Sheila Malibu. Alexander Lansdale. Anna Mandukia. Jonathan Leonard. Pratik Seth. Mackenzie Castle. Elijah Shai. Yushu Menakpia. Heidi Benson. Nicholas Farrell. Joey Scheinput. Joseph Myers. Ron Atatias. Jay Kakagaya. Ryan Manzel. And Nicholas Myers. The students who received 2010 that will send their certificates to their schools. Just a comment or two on, as I mentioned, a lot of students at levels well beyond the borders of Rutherford, at a variety of talents, and many of these students appear on multiple lists, different areas of talent and work. And credit also to the parents. What work we do is support we give them to faculty, staff, teachers, and advisors who also guide them to this level. Certainly, we are proud of the accomplishments. We look forward to continue having this list every year grow as our students achieve so many things. So congratulations to everyone. Thank you.
And we'll continue the agenda with the report of the superintendent.
Thank you. A few reminders that this week will be graduation, and Mr. Brown will be speaking tomorrow night.
Here, Pop.
And Mr. Chu, Friday night, will be able to speak. Union School, Thursday, Mr. May will speak in high school. The weather report is actually good. It changed. Not being so good, it's good. So, all these days, right? All the ceremonies begin at 6:30, so you should plan accordingly to get there. For those who ask for tickets for any of the three, you should have found them. I would ask that when you come to high school, because the majority of folks who attend high school, we have, as you know, several thousand people. We send lots of faculty taking tickets at the gate. If you just would identify to faculty member at the gate, board member, please don't recognize you, because we'll have seats, seats for faculty down on the field level, where you can go and therefore we're together. That's fine. If you prefer to go on the stands, I think that's your preference would be, just identify. Or if you want to head towards the field, if you're speaking, kick off at 6:35. Remaining, so we're going to be there at 6:15. On tomorrow, there's going to be a dedication ceremony that both are part of the woods. It's honoring the very just one, who was a teacher with us all the time. I'd like to go to that. And the public library and over the woods submitted a project RF, and really is shaping up for the rest of the year. So it is at 2 p.m. tomorrow. It's going to be a brief ceremony. It's going to be very shine. So you're here. As I reported to the board, also the website, we have clearance on the clear testing in one areas. The second test, the two areas that are not really where your students do one's a second versus I think it's almost on the second. They were still below, they were acceptable, relatively low. And on the second test, they came out even better. So we're very fortunate. We don't have a problem. We are waiting the full report on the actual numbers and locations. And once I get that, I'll send it to the board and post it on that. I have posted up the 2 notes and received welcome. There's only 2 that even start retest. The last 80 students and faculty is Thursday, 23rd of June. And it's summer's here. It's a very busy year, so it appears that any guy in the equipment. It's going to be a busy summer as well, for the organization. So that's what I'm telling you, that everything is moving along at a good speed. And the agenda is a list of faculty transfers, more of those here on the grade level transfers that are occurring. Most of the curriculum is done, approved, and focus on the preparations being made to move materials there was a get between the buildings and the location. The busing, first busing was approved last week. We had about 112 last count, people total, that's come back according to the cutoff for that is July 5th. We were July 11th, Mr. General, Mr. Kelly, and I sit. We're going through the numbers back and forth, so we'll make a decision if we need to add a second one, those are the numbers we don't. And then get confirmations from parents and passes. So it's been a fair response. People interested in most of us. And I think really that's all. Oh, I don't know, it's on the agenda, but I mean, certainly it's worth mentioning. Tonight, we're going to be asked to accept the donation from the Board of Education Foundation. It's over $76,000, which is amazing. And was that long ago, 20 years ago, that we had 30,000, 42,000 filled with that. And over 16,000 of that came from the generosity of Councilman family, who requested at the times of my passing donations to be made to the REF and donations to be to excess $16,000. And in the actual grant awards, which approved the total amount of that will be in September, we should put the grants out to teachers get notified tomorrow. Hopefully we'll be accepted. But because I'm family, they certainly are going to look at some grants to see those things that they felt were special to them and were talking a bit on that time to all kinds of them. So we do, we have a board, we have really of the administration, the teachers, and students, extremely grateful to the REF and extremely grateful to Councilman County because this is really a wonderful contribution, especially here when we're looking to create some new things in the school, some new grants and put it on. This is going to help us tremendously. So, thank you. And as we use Sergio Alti, who was the president for years, and now Sandy John, really catalyst with other folks increasing the funds that we're putting in. As president of the association, and Steve Cole's here, the new president. So I know she's here to talk about something else later. But I'm happy that Christine stepped up, and I think continue to work. It's really good that they go all the way to go. So thank you. Thank you very much. And that's our report.
Thank you. Any questions? None? We'll move on to the report of the president, which will be a few short comments. I think first of all, at least from my observation points, the many year-end activities that the administration has been orchestrating at the schools over the past several weeks have gone swimmingly well, and the board congratulates you and the administrators and the staff and the students for executing that. One of the year-end activities was the appreciation dinner held a few weeks ago, and it really, bringing together, honoring retirees, honoring people that have been recognized as by their peers for what they do in the field of teaching. And I was fortunate enough to be able to say a few words, and it was humbling. It really was a wonderful camaraderie and expression, and certainly, although it's always too little, but expressing our gratitude to the great people. And then we have, the forecast you were talking about. I know when it comes to my little speech, so far it's still foggy. We'll see how that forecast changes. The Union School, Mr. Jude will be not here this evening, but he will be speaking on behalf of the board and Pierpont Borough will be speaking. The only other point I'd make is we're going to go into more detail when we're in executive committee, but we've got a number of meetings with the REA on the contract negotiation, which have been very productive. Good meeting all around, so we'll get into more detail with that. That will be like executive session. Any questions? Okay. Yes, I'm sorry. Business Administrator actually, Mr. Brown has ended it. I'm sorry. Let's say he has brief for us regarding this. Mr. Brown.
The Brown. Yeah.
Well, we talked about fraud. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
It's June. Come on.
You have code names now? No resemblance.
It's got to go with Harris. Yeah.
Just to say that I am really this year. Recent legislation passed into law, law 2015, chapter 47, which is approved May 7, 2014, requires that on our first school year, school business administrators submit a written report to the Board of Education on school district contracts. The report shall include a list of all district contracts that will be awarded, subject to renewal or expire during the school year, and an explanation of all applicable federal and state laws, rules, and regulations relating to these contracts. On June 15th, 2016, I emailed to each member of the Board of Education the electronic listing of all 2015-16 purchase orders representing all contractual agreements entered into by the board for the fiscal year. A hard copy is available in my office for public review. These contracts are, have been, and will continue to be in full compliance with all state and federal statutes and regulations, in particular New Jersey Title 18A, and all NJAC, Chapter 23, and federal uniform administrative requirements to CFR Part 2.
Thank you, Mr. Kelly. It is 8:18 p.m. and we would like to open the meeting to members of the public for any item which is appearing on the agenda. If you have something to address to us, we'd ask you to say your name, address, and understand this.
I knew that would come out.
Knew your way around a mic.
I don't want it to slip out. My name is Raymond Stever. I live at 90 Eastern Way, Rutherford. I'd like to thank you, Mr. President, and the board for giving me this opportunity. I rise on an issue that is very dear to my heart. My son, Jarrett Stever, who has been denied the right to graduate with his class thanks to Hurley. I am standing here to ask you to overturn a decision that he has rendered upon by himself to deny my son the opportunity to walk the stage. My son is classified with the Rutherford school system as a 504. He has a disability of ADHD. He's had this since his early years and through the whole Rutherford school system. His problem is that he has an attendance problem. He's not a bad kid. His record is clean. He's not a troublemaker, but he has demerits based on his attendance. Demerits that were carried over from last year to this year. As a matter of fact, from the number where we stand right now, I think it's 89. And that's with him trying to make them up during the course of the year. Now, I rise to explain the situation. My son takes medication, which causes insomnia, to help with his ADHD. He doesn't get to bed early in the morning.
If I could interrupt for a second.
Yes.
This sort of, with a student's privacy issue, this sort of thing is better handled than what we would call executive session.
Oh, no, this is better because when I tell you what I've done, privacy is no longer part of the issue.
Okay, that's certainly your choice.
He gets up late every morning, no matter how hard we try to get him to school. But he doesn't go to bed till 2, 3 in the morning based on his medication. Now, my son is going to graduate. He's going to get his diploma. He passed his grades. But Hurley has decided not to let him walk with his class. We have reached out to many people. And you'll forgive me going to the phone because it's got to do with some names that are on the list. We have spoken with Mr. Killian. We have spoken with Mr. Pasternak of the Board of Education of Bergen County. We have spoken with Mayor DeSalvo, Assemblywoman Madeline Carride. We have spoken with Town Council Ms. Smith. We have sent Mr. Hurley information regarding my son's issue. Now, he is with the school. Like I said, he's a 504 classified, and he's also dealing with Darlene Huppman, he's part of the, and he has to be, the IEP program. So he's officially considered with a disability, not only as the recognition of the state of New Jersey, but recognition of the federal government. Now, I bring it along these lines because we have spoken to Bergen County, we have spoken to, like I said, Mr. Killian, who all have reached out to Hurley. The Assemblywoman reached out to Hurley. The councilwoman reached out to Hurley as of today. He has rendered a decision based on his investigation with Mr. Morano, and speaking with Mr. Scuddy, which is my son's guidance counselor, and Ms. Hoffman, and he rendered a decision knowing that we also sent him a doctor's note. And this is where I come up with the public record, because it's there, it's in the files. From his pediatrician, which is part of his medication, which basically says attention deficit disorder. Jared takes Vanase 60 milligrams. It is well known that this medication, like other stimulants, may result in insomnia. He was given this letter from the doctor, as well as his investigation with Scuddy and other folks, and receiving phone calls from Pasternak and other folks to let the kid walk down the stage. We're not asking for nothing grandiose here. We're asking what any parent would ask to see for their kid graduating. He responded to us in his letter that it was based on his decision, knowing the medication, knowing the doctor's report, and knowing that he's been contacted by all these leaders of the Board of Education to say, you want to rethink this? They told us that they couldn't force him to change his decision. But even Mr. Pasternak was, as he said, quote unquote, he was outraged that a disabled person or a person with a disability is being denied this right to walk across the stage. He made his, based on his decision, he determined that in the system, information regarding Jared's ineligible status was communicated to him, and it was appropriate that it was based on the attendance policy. No acknowledgement that other leaders found it to be wrong as to what he was doing, knowing that he had the information from the doctor explaining what caused this problem. And still, my son, who has this disability, who struggles with it every day, is being denied this opportunity. I understand the penalty to the cause. The school system's already penalized my son. He denied him to play sports for all the years here at high school. And you know what? Part of ADHD, they recommend a child to play sports because it helps. But he was denied that. He was denied to go to prom. Another penalty. He was denied to go to any event that this school held. He was not allowed to attend. Some more penalties. And even any class trips, he was not allowed to go. My son even attempted to go after school down to the gym to lift weights with some of the other players or the other people that were okay with the head privilege in the school. He was asked that he could not do it because of his demerits. How many penalties does my kid have to sacrifice? And now the final opportunity for him to walk across a stage that wouldn't cost a dime and deny his parents the right to see him graduate. We called Mayor DeSalvo this morning. We asked him to intervene. And Hurley told him no. Well, based on those decisions, we made an attempt on Friday. And late this afternoon, which I didn't hear in the superintendent's report, another phone call was made to Mr. Hurley from the United States Department of Education's Office for Civil Rights. They are launching an investigation into the Rutherford School District. They called Mr. Hurley and asked him, the last minute, let the kid walk. And he told the Civil Rights Division that handles disabilities for education and children, no. That's all we've heard from Hurley. No, no, and no. No matter who we've asked. We are now at a position.
One second. I understand this is an emotional issue. I would ask you not to yell.
Are you kidding me? I haven't even started yelling. I just got big pipes. What has happened is now because of Denerly denying everybody who reached out to him and told him no. When they asked him, when the Civil Rights Division asked him, they said, look, Hurley wouldn't change his mind at all. Your son can't walk. The only thing you can do is come down here and plead your case to the board. I didn't even know you guys had a meeting. It was thrusted upon me. So, with everybody being denied, and now a possible investigation by the United States government into this so-called blue ribbon school, I am asking that this board vote this evening, since we only have, I guess, I'm going to say Wednesday morning. I don't know. We haven't been following since Hurley's been denying all the opportunity for my son to graduate. He doesn't even have a cap and gown. If this opportunity was able to be presented to him. So I'm asking that this board vote this evening to overturn Hurley's decision for my son to at least graduate with his class. And we can see him. And if it can't be done, then we'll have no further recourse, because only we control this scenario, my wife and I, to complete the launch of the investigation into the school system by the United States government. And then you'll be able to thank Hurley for the whole thing. Thank you for your time.
Thank you. If I can make just a couple of comments.
Sure.
That's okay. It's not a question and answer. I'm just going to say a few things that I'm sure are not going to bring you the satisfaction you're looking for. I apologize that I can't do that. But a couple of points. As a board, we are not even allowed to engage in a dialogue among ourselves here in open session about an individual. We have to do that for privacy issues.
In a closed door.
It's not just you, it's not just your son, it's everybody and all the students in the field. The normal, regarding an investigation, just to put that aside, we certainly don't look for investigations by government bodies, but we would not shy away from them because we believe that we're operating according to policy and according to statute as we go. Now, I don't know the details of what you described.
The attendance policy, which is quite archaic from day one. Even the mayor agrees with us that it should be at least reviewed and presented on a case-by-case basis, because the attendance policy nowhere addresses a person with disability. Because we found out through all these phone calls that the Rutherford High School, or I'll say the system, I won't blame the high school completely, is that we were denied a right under the IEP to address. And we didn't notice, we just found this out through our phone calls, that Jared could have had that acknowledged in his file, which would have changed the dynamics of his time here in the school. Because under IEP, he's allowed to take extra time taking tests, he's allowed to spend extra time with teachers. That's bestowed upon him under the law. But there was another privilege that wasn't bestowed upon him, and we just found out that from the Board of Education in Bergen County on, and the civil rights, boy, do they got a problem with it. Even Ms. Hausman, who was supposed to have who was working with us, she didn't even know it could have been done. So, with all due respect, you guys got a little looking into your own policy, at least going forward. I mean, I'm here arguing for my son, but there are parents that'll be coming down the road. There are parents who have kids in this school now that I think beyond my child, you better take care of them. I apologize, but
Well, I'm not going to comment. You're certainly free to comment about your son and speak on over pandemic. In our executive session tonight, I'm going to update you on the phone call. I got this afternoon at 3:30. I was going to update you on the information that's in the file, the information that goes. The one question I assume now is that you're appealing to the board, correct?
I am appealing to the board, yes.
So now that you appeal to the board in that executive session, I share with you the board could then, or not say it, right? You could render a decision based on the appeal. Or you might need some more information.
Yeah, we might, I mean, clearly this is a rare, unusual circumstance.
I agree.
But, so we establish, policies, attendance policy being one of the many policies. And there are consequences for students not maintaining the attendance.
Well, no, this is really not under the attendance policy, it's under the school code of conduct, it has to do with detention, it has to do with marital detention. So it's not under the attendance policy.
But they're all based on his attendance.
Yeah, on targets, but targets are in the student code of conduct, or not in the attendance policy. So it's a code of conduct issue. And again, I am prepared to share with the board tonight, the executive session, the information that pertains to this. And certainly you heard Mr. Steve's presentations. You can see what the board feels the next step. I will send that, or secretary.
Just with timing.
Well, we said that we indicated, actually indicated Mrs. Seeger, not Mr. Seeger, the email, the attachments, and so we can work. We follow that up later.
So when we enter into executive session this evening, this will be one of the points that we will discuss. As Mr. Earl said, we heard your presentation. We will understand the policy and the code of conduct points. The members I know will engage in dialogue back and forth. Usually somebody's taking, one position is taking another, we'll come to what you're asking us to do. It sounds, you're asking us to circumvent an existing board policy or code in favor of your son. I'll just say it's rare that we circumvent them. We try to write them so that they are fair and administered, but it's not totally, it's not a question. But I think we have to be able to deliberate and understand all the other aspects of this.
I think it's true.
Mr. President, I am not far from knowing politics. I used to work in Trenton, so I understand. And deliberating behind closed doors is part of the protocol, and I respect that. Just bear in mind, and I ask all of you to bear in mind, that the code of conduct, so to speak, does not address a person with a disability. It addresses the general public in the sense of the school. So there is no case-by-case scenario where other laws would apply. It also doesn't address a case-by-case scenario based on the humanity of the situation. When you sit, discuss, deliberate, that you take that all under advisement before you render your decision, it would be extremely helpful. And if I may at this time, and this is just a little sidebar, if we are lucky enough to have been receiving your help in this matter to render a positive decision on my son's behalf, we don't know where to turn regarding, and this is not presumptuous of me, but a cap and gown scenario. So bear that in mind if it's a good information. If it's not, it's irrelevant anyway.
Well, just two general comments, again, not to speak specifically, but just caps down or ordered for every student who enters technical exam. Some students will graduate academic reasons, in school, some are now in America, everyone's order. You are correct, again, generally speaking, there's no mention of disability code of conduct because of the law. That's not where those code of conduct is dealt with. It needs to be in the IEP course. If a student were to have any kind of behavioral plan or kind of modification to his behavior, that would be an individual part of the plan, the same way our curriculum doesn't address the academic modifications in school general students.
Which Jared was given the right to.
So the IEP, just to point it out, not talking what you're saying.
Okay.
Code of conduct would never include a disabled student because that's the individualized plan that's developed in IEP. If they want. And that's not a comment, not commenting on the budget, not wanting to see. Okay? This is a point of time.
Any other questions for me?
No questions I have from the board. I can, again, simply make a statement to you that we will take into consideration the points
Well, who would I'd like to leave my number with you, Mr. President, at least. If this decision is made tonight, my wife and I would like to be notified as soon as possible. That fair? I don't think that's asking too much.
It's unusual. I will do
This
that.
whole thing is unusual.
I will do that for you.
I will give you, may I approach?
Very much for this opportunity.
Thank you.
I will leave you with one thought, that, we talk about graduation, but this is commencement, and commencement means beginning. So regardless of what Wednesday brings, we hope, truly hope that the beginning of the next stage for you and your son is all good. Best of luck.
I appreciate it in the future. But it's the moment that's
Well, I
more
understood.
concerning.
Understood. Thank you. And is there any other member of the public who would like to comment? Seeing none, it is 8:43 p.m. and we'll close the meeting to the public, and we'll move on to the regular business. Action to be taken regarding the personnel. This is Ahmed, and we have some additional personnel signatures.
Like to move following the assignments, requirements, and salary adjustments, resignation, sources, etc., recommended by the superintendent of schools, pending approval from the State Department of Education, subject to the background check.
Do I have a second?
Second.
No, all in favor?
Aye.
Number one, salary approvals as listed. Number 1A, Alexandra Triatis, to approve Alexandra Triatis as a math teacher at Pierpont School, effective September 1st, 2016 to June 30th, 2017. Pending further contract negotiation between the Public Employee Education and the Education Association.
It's on.
2A, 2, salary approval administrators, to approve the following public salaries for administrators effective July 1st, 2016, June 30th, 2017, as listed. 2A, Maria Garro, to approve Maria Garro as English teacher at Rutherford High School, effective September 1st, 2016, June 30th, 2017. And this again is pending further contract negotiations. 3, salary approvals, to approve the following salaries for the supervisor effective September 1st, 2016, 30th, 2017, unless otherwise noted. Here as listed. 3A, Mary Bach. Accept resignation of Mary Bach, library media specialist at Washington Elementary School, effective June 30th, 2016. 4, salaries for secretaries, and that also on July 1st, 2016, 2017, and negotiations as listed. 4A, elementary co-curricular, to approve the following assignments and stipends for 2015-16 school year as listed. 5, custodial maintenance, approve their salary, custodial maintenance for 16-17 school year, pending negotiations as listed. And 5B, the 5A first, I'm sorry. Send, extended school year program teacher assistant, Caitlin Popwell as an extended school year teacher assistant, and 5B, Christina Musco football, to approve Christina Musco football as a teacher assistant, provide extended school year program as per IEPs of $15. And number 6, approve the hourly employee position and hourly rate.
She did that one too, I think. Yeah, if I just finished
Year,
the 5F.
pending on further negotiations. That's 7, Diane Powell, to accept resignation of Diane Powell, science teacher at the high school, effective June 30, 2016. Rutherford Garcia, number 8, to accept her resignation as English teacher at Rutherford High School, effective June 30, 2016. Bonnie Crane Moskowitz, to accept the resignation of herself, math teacher at Dearborn School, effective June 30, 2016. And Barbara Moskowitz, to accept her resignation as lunch monitor at Washington School, effective 21, June 21st, 2016. 11 Stephanie Castellano, to approve the disability leave paid for Stephanie, our teacher at Rutherford High School, effective October 11th, following 20 days of vacation, followed by a child-rearing leave, feedback about payment February 16, 2017. Vanessa Campo, 12, to approve her as a special ed teacher at Lincoln School, September 1st, 2016, 2017. Negotiations. Number 13, Chelsea Capozzi, to approve her as a science teacher at Rutherford High School, September 1st, 2016 to June 30th, 2017. Negotiations. 14, Mark Capobianco, full-time teacher assistant, to accept him as full-time teacher assistant at Rutherford High School, September 1st, 2016 to June 30th, 2017. Hourly rate $19.20 for 6 hours per day. Negotiations. 15, Gilly Bonner, full-time teacher assistant at Washington School, September 2016 through June 30th, 2017. $19.20 on negotiations. 16, Lamara set chart as a part-time teacher assistant at Washington School, 2001st and 30th, 2017, hourly and negotiations. 17, Monica Mikolajczyk, to program part-time teacher assistant at Lincoln School. 18, Christopher Daney, to approve as full-time teacher assistant at Dearborn School, effective same thing, 16 to June 30, 2017. And negotiations. 19, Vanessa Luca, as a special ed teacher at Lincoln School, again the same date, 2016 to 2017. Number 20, Superintendent Mayor Collins, to certify the quantitative merit criteria and qualitative merit criteria have been satisfied by the superintendent of schools. May be resolved by the Board of Education approves the payment of merit bonus for district transfers. To approve the following district transfers are listed. 22, extended school year program teacher assistants. Approve the following teacher assistants provided the extended school year program as per students' IEP daily rate $50 for a result of Berlin the end of the week's development. 22, travel reimbursements for 2016-17
Thank you. Is there a second?
Second.
Jones, any questions or comments regarding any of the motions? None. Secretary.
Yes.
Mr. Olson?
Yes.
Mrs. Jones?
Yes.
Mrs. Martin?
Yes.
Mr. Rivera?
Yes.
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 Yes. Thank you. We're moving on to the next, I would like to give our student representative the stage left. Retreat with that.
Probably do.
Thank you. Thank you.
You should take his nameplate, yes.
Is this with me?
Yeah, all right.
Thank you for your wonderful attendance for 2 years, too. You did a great job. Best of luck with all.
Watch the cords, watch the cords.
Yeah, don't break anything down.
So far.
Congratulations.
Good luck to you.
Congratulations.
So moving now to curriculum and instruction. And I would ask Mrs. Lanning, please, move the resolution.
Yes. Resolutions to be moved. Number 1, out-of-district placements, students 2006-034 to Homestead School, tuition 72110.06. Student 2008-017, BCSS evaluation 750. Student 2014-101, SBJC primetime, tuition $2339.61, and student 2080 Mountain Springs Prep Academy, tuition $7,184.84. Number 2, Rutherford Education Foundation to accept, I guess we should say with great gratitude, grant funds from the Rutherford Education Foundation in the amount of $76,060 from the REF, and Casadante family, $16,191. Number 3, home instruction, to approve home instruction for the following students: student number 10238, student 13576. Number 4, curriculum guides, to approve the following curriculum guides. Number 5, textbook adoption, to adopt the following textbooks: Ready Reading Instruction, ABC Spelling Magic, Enigma QR Code Scanner, and Sock Puppets. That's it.
Thank you. Is there a second?
Second. Just one question. On number 1, those tuition payments that are listed, that's for 15-16, or is that, it's for 15-16?
Students at the placement recently? Yeah. So it's that last month.
Recent placements, okay.
Well, sometimes students switch schools.
Okay.
Any other questions?
I just also like to thank the Rutherford Education Foundation. There were so many wonderful grants, and Christina and Monica, so many of them worked very hard. It's amazing how many great things are out there. And one of the things that was a deliberation in the teacher is standing desks, which is a new thing for students that just can't sit all day. And there's wonderful things, and it's the work of that group is just wonderful.
Agreed.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Yes. Thank you. Moving on to finance, Mrs. Guerrero.
Sure. Number one, the approval of bills totaling $4,224,725.31. Number two, NCLB application to authorize the submission of the NCLB application for fiscal year 2017 and to accept the grant award of these funds upon subsequent approval as listed. Number three, donation to accept with gratitude the donation of Clara DeLucia Mori's piano for Pierrepont School. Number four, also donation to accept with gratitude the donation of properly fitted bike helmets for each third grade student from Lincoln School. The generous donation was given by the BCB Community Bank and the Rutherford Green Team. Number five, I'll read this one in its entirety. Whereas NJSA 18A 21-2 and NJSA 18A 7613 permit a Board of Education to establish and/or deposit into certain accounts at year end, and whereas the aforementioned statutes authorize procedures under the authority of the Commissioner of Education which permit a Board of Education to transfer anticipated excess revenue or unexpended appropriations into reserve accounts during the month of June by board resolution. And whereas the Rutherford Board of Education wishes to deposit potential current year surplus into the capital reserve account at year end, and whereas the Rutherford Board of Education has determined that up to $700,000 may be available for such purpose of transfer. Now therefore be it resolved by the Rutherford Board of Education that it hereby authorizes the district school business administrator to transfer an amount not to exceed $700,000 into the district's capital reserve account as of June 30, 2016, consistent with all applicable laws and regulations. Number six, computer equipment acquisition and financing. I think I'll just read the last part of that. I know everybody has it written in front of them. Be it resolved by the Rutherford Board of Education to approve the district's acquisition of the necessary equipment at a purchase price of $261,662.80 under the terms of the HCESC Cooperative Purchasing Program. And be it further resolved by the Rutherford Board of Education to authorize the Business Administrator Board Secretary to enter into a lease purchasing agreement with Apple Incorporated for the financing of the aforementioned equipment for a 4-year term at 0.0% interest with a $1 end-of-term purchase option at an annual cost of $65,415.70. Number seven, bank accounts, to approve the use of bank accounts as listed for the 2016-17 school year. Number eight, to approve Chapin Architectural Services as the architect of record, as listed. Number nine, to approve the firm of Fogarty and Hara, ESQs, of Fair Lawn, New Jersey, as the attorney of record, as listed. Number 10, to approve Bowman and Company LLP as the financial auditor for the district as of June 30th, 2016, for the year then ended at a cost of $28,700. And number 11, be it resolved by the Rutherford Board of Education to approve, at the recommendation of the district's health benefit consultant, the renewal of the agreement with Delta Dental, New Jersey, to provide dental benefits coverage to eligible district employees for the 2016-17 fiscal year at a premium increase of 3% over prior year rates.
Thank you. Is there a second?
Second.
Any questions regarding any of these lists?
On the architect of record, there was some discussion that we've had taken years, the grant is going to be it, and there's no change in that.
Well, we're working on a little project to carry it forward. We had no other major projects, major projects happening. So once again, Jake and his firm will see us with, I think that the year-to-year basis, we're sort of looking at other projects we may or may not change. So at this point, once I'm on the horizon, it makes more sense to Jake.
Any other questions? I think it's something to know is the resolution that we, to be able to move up to $700,000 necessarily need that. That was one of the concerns for the budget. During the generation of the budget, so anything we can do. Promise, yes.
I don't really expect that to happen.
No further questions or comments?
Yes, I'm all set with staying on one and on.
Sarsi? Jones?
Yes?
Yes.
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 Yes. And Mr. Tree was absent this evening. Mr. Team will be moving the resolutions for policy, and he will get to 13 to continue on with the board operations, appointments and operations motions, which is what we have to go through every year. And figured that the policy was supposed to. Yeah, so that's good. So let's start with, before we go on to that, let's just get building and grounds. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Oh, okay. So, scratch that. So, 13, we'll break. So just one.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the 13 items.
Not rehearsed.
That's where it's on the fly right now. There are 13 items for policy. The first one is a comprehensive equity plan approval, which is in the packets, and it's as listed. And numbers 2 to 13 are all on first reading. These are updates to the policies, updates and new policies. 1 student attendance high school, 1 student attendance elementary, and 4 student dress code, 5 student supervision after school dismissal, 6 pupil safety, 7 extracurricular activities, 8 promotion and retention, 9 early childhood education preschool, 10 grading system, 11 grading system grades 4 and 5, 12 grading systems K through 3, and 13 class rank policy. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Do I hear a second? Comments, questions regarding?
Yeah.
Yes?
Number 2 is that,
So,
I got the wrong folder for that. Okay.
I didn't get a chance to really review these policies, so important ones, I don't have an objection to anything on here, so I'm not comfortable with putting, this time, our first policy, meaning yes to all, so I will be extending tonight, but I don't expect to do that.
Just as a clarity for the board, each of this communication. The comprehensive equity plans were approved to the small board on that. That's a 3-year, every 3 years, do a whole lot. One of the things you do in that is you have to list all the policies that any further action, equity, it passed and throughout the state this year. As long as your policy was current, approved by the board, comprehensive equity plan was through, and the county level was at the state. For reasons that are the most independent, every school got their comprehensive equity plan returns to them, because they wanted in the list, we don't set the policy, we just set the list, and say, for example, that just giving up they can do a pay exam. Relation with vendors, maybe that was between 2012. They wanted everything to say 2016. So, or 15. The superintendents reached back and say that every year there is a blanket reorganization meeting, but all curriculum or all policy is, accepted. So the policy is in essence reviewed every year. But for some reason, they want a national statement of board meetings, standalone policy at 2015 or 16. So there was nothing that we decided to change, none of the language changed in any of these policies. It's simply because we need to show that it was standalone. And the due date is August 1st. I'm not sorry, August 3rd, which means we have, that is August 1st, we had 2 board meetings. They gave us, some people reached back and said, we don't have 2 board meetings prior to that date, but they're only meeting on the same. Every years we have not had control. So that's what that's about. That's not a change. It's just a semantic thing, which with all due respect to the county, maybe misread it now, somebody else. The others, majority of them are grade level changes based on reorganization. The only one that really is different strength policy. That was discussed both in policy, also back in the middle of the year, curriculum, where the idea is eliminating final exams, change the high school grading from the benchmark assessment, which is now current trend in education, but also to apply the weighted grade for honors and APs, so that we're asking students, or encouraging students to take these courses. The challenge with the grade only went to the A and B, so the student who took the challenge got C, you get that weight, gets classmate bid, apply weight. The others are basically semantic, like I said, it's bring up. The dress code was plenty brought up earlier the year about some of the language in the dress code was okay. So what we did was we reached out to school boards, we reached out to Strauss Esme, we reached out to about 12, 13 districts, got their dress code language is a little more temporary with some of the language used. We also took it, gave a little more leeway in judgment, so it wasn't such a hard fast fingertip. We held these policies because if we approved them in the spring, we would have to do the policies and we have a new grading system while we're still operating on the current one. So that's why we thought we'd do it June, July, school year starts September.
And under the comprehensive equity plan, so if things stay as they are, we can expect every year we would be approving this list.
No, it's 3 years. It's planned as it's been. I think there'll be a little discussion on county level about what it is with local reaction. But that said, I did receive a package today from Strauss Esme. We're starting that process of switching over. Mr. Kelly had sent to them all of our policies, manuals, anything, which he has a whole list of things we need. But they are beginning to send us quarterly updates. We're not using their policies yet. And I just got a very good package from NFA. And they did a good review of this, and gave them clarity. Honestly, you're going to find it really. But one of the things that will help us in public success is that they're very proactive. In some cases, remind them to do it. It seems like we're going to have to do a lot of, we have to get all this. I don't understand the one for one. We want to get the equity plan up.
So these are all first reading, right?
July 18th. So July 18th is the second reading, is what we need to discuss.
Yeah, so if there's a particular policy that you had a strong concern about, then we could table that one policy, maybe
I would ask though that, some of them just, hobbies, you can't say we're running a 4 to 5 grading system in their courses. If there's any concern about any policy that you can work on that, I would appreciate if you reach out to me ahead of time, because all of these policies, not put aside the Congress, the other policies, we're all operational the way school is. Attendance is taken, raise reported, and it comes September 1st. If there's something we have to debate, discuss, adjust, we want to have that done so it's every time. Even though I was thinking, I want to be 20, something like that. I mean, that would be a little late. So if there's concern, you reach out to me ahead of time. We can talk about 718, we either ask or we can talk about the explanations.
Further comments or questions, we ask the Secretary of the Board. Well, we will, yeah.
It's on first reading.
Right.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you had it. John said he was going to say
There were a lot of important ones, and I really didn't get a chance to review it thoroughly.
Hang on to it, but things that come up.
Which one specifically are you talking about?
The first one, student attendance,
The change to the student attendance at the high school, I was very clear, it's only changes, we used to say, 7 periods a day, exams per day. If we are changing the bell schedule to a modified block, there are not 7 periods a day. So the time of having in the school by 9:30, whatever the time is in policy, we took out 7 periods and said you have to be at 9:30. There was no change. Students still have to be in school at that time. You can't say 7 periods when there's only going to be 6 per day. So even though the policy is 10 pages long, there's maybe 2 or 3 words that are crossed out and changed. The organization should consider.
This was the other thing, that's right. What do you do now, about the special ed?
What was it?
Well, I'm saying that you can still do something in the policy.
Well, you're referring to some of what Rutherford.
No, you cannot have a policy for attendance and special education. Students in public school follow the code of conduct and the attendance policy of the school unless their IEP gives them behavior. And then the IEP trumps everything. Trumps curriculum, trumps everything. So there is never special education consideration. I mean, the whole point of IEP is individualized education. So there's no room for it, and it's not really legal to do that.
Okay, can I ask you one question? When would anything like that enter in the policy?
At the annual meeting, and see, again, I don't want to see publicly view reality, so what we haven't said, and I don't even want to make a comment on the executive session, I don't want to say.
So that's why I don't want, I don't feel comfortable.
Setting aside information that came to us tonight about this, what we're concerned about. We had an existing policy that was defined for attendance according to our current class schedule elsewhere. As we go to the reconfiguration, that needs to change. That's all we're changing now. And we still have the same, if there were some structural part that we wanted to change with the policy, we can do that at any time. We figure it out. And so we could approve this for September and in October be changing it again for some other reason. But we need this also.
And we did share, we heard about a policy committee in March, and a policy committee in April, and and then I sent it to the policy, and they resent those policies prior to June 13th, when we canceled the meeting. And I explained when I resent them all that because of the timeliness of the school year coming September, I was asking the teachers to review what we already discussed in March, April, and to let me know if it was okay to do it. If it's due to reply, everyone had said yes, but based on our March discussion and reading it, it was going play. So, okay, so that's for. And the other one, here's the second one too, if you're not changing the date, that's the first reading too, for the state, law, but all policy considerations. So why need more reading?
And it, you know, I mean, I want everybody to feel comfortable with where we are. So, then,
Mrs. Hammond?
Yes.
Mr. Olson? Mrs. Jones?
Abstain.
Mrs. Lane?
Yes.
Mrs. Rivera?
Yes.
Mr. Rizzo?
Yes.
Mr. Lucy?
Yes.
Mr. McLean?
yes,
Carried.
thank you. And then, so now we'll do, the rounds.
Only one resolution tonight, for Mrs. Brown. We adopt that local education, Board, Education Board, contract with Signal Corporation, amount of $120,000 for the department. Whereas the cost of performing work is determined and confirmed by the business architect, and proceed to conclude the building scope, are not needed. Only when the project is also reported that the specifications be resolved to approve the change order $11,965 to the original contract with Signal Electric due to the credit unused allowances, increasing total contract amount to $420,025.
Thank you. Have a second?
Second.
Any questions or comments regarding the resolution? I'll make the comment that I would change orders.
Yeah.
Very true.
I ask the secretary to call the board.
Mrs. Hammond?
Yes.
Mr. Olson? Mrs. Jones?
Yes.
Mrs. Lane?
Yes.
Mrs. Rivera?
Yes.
Mr. Rizzo?
Yes.
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 Carried.
Thank you. And now we will move back, we'll ask Mr. Persino to do the resolutions that are in this policy that deal with the appointments and operations that are comfortable.
And these are just procedural, because I carry them every year.
It's also a first reading. So these will be approved.
Right up.
They're not yet.
Right.
These will be approved, and you can just read the
The highlights. Gotcha.
This is an annual approval, part of, it used to be part of the reorganization in April. You have some of that in January, some of this is time of year because of the, I guess, the scope, the start and end dates of some of these, still in the code, when you're supposed to have this. So, this is standard operating procedures, so that the board is approving those areas, for example. One example is, the board approves of any event, the board approves of any opinion, specialist. You don't have names of people, some of those names will be on subsequent agendas, and the position will be filled by a certain person in his seconds. These are operational. Correct?
All right. Just going to do the high-level readings. Okay. The 2016-2017 appointments and operations. First, board operations, the 4 items as listed. Next, appointments and designations, the 24 items as listed. Next, keep going. Next, district operations, the 19 items as listed. And that's it. Okay.
Yeah.
We should have him read more often.
The argument that we made on the ethics, the argument for less case was that we're going to be approving. The board accepts that we have policy. It accepts policy that we need existence as part of general operations. So that was our discussion back in the county. The board does, in essence, review and approve. That separate, they want it separate.
I need a second to...
Second.
Sorry? Sure. And any additional questions from Mr. Garrett?
Comment that someone last time reviewed that as my one
Yes, I wasn't going to say anything about that.
We know that you read it before you got here.
Part of that point is Mr. 23, all the agenda items.
Mrs. Barnett? Mrs. Jones?
Yes.
Mrs. Wiley?
Yes.
Mrs. Rivera?
Yes.
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 Yes. Thank you. And we move then to the agenda item of old business. Any business? Legislative update.
It's not a legislative, it's looking at things. I did the May wellness walk for our students, the Washington School, and Rippon, and Union, and makes it look really good. And also the Black Rodeo, which the mayor announced the president made, and that he knew that they honored the students. And the appreciation to the bank, DC Bank, for giving 200 helmets, hopefully they can wear proudly, they're all made, and it was a wonderful program, we learned a lot, and they graduated 20, I think it was, students who had
Yep.
not had
So, yeah,
and
yeah.
were able to then to buy the
That's great.
Yeah.
and it was I was really quite moved with it. I really think this is a really great safety program.
And you wore a helmet in the paper
Yeah.
as well, correct?
Yes.
You wore a helmet.
Well, yes, Mr. Curley went on another day, and he actually rode the bike.
And that picture
Which was
shared very-
awesome.
You may have seen it, because you know it's not in paper.
Oh. Actually, that's why I say that this was from a one-time grant from the Green Team. And in order to do this again, we need to come up with some funding which is more sustainable. So we should think about working with the town in some way to make this happen on a regular basis. Because doing grants year after year may not, I think it was about 6,000 total, but that was bringing in the people for the first time, maybe able to get some of that down, some stuff maybe able to do in-house. I know the police officers, they were really interested in doing this by themselves because they do bike rodeos for the Cub Scouts.
Yep.
On a small scale. But,
We've had a lot of success with grants through Green College High School.
yeah.
We've got a lot of
Right.
I think we have the other people in the district, teachers who are very proactive in trying to bring grants to the school side.
Right.
The Green Team has the grant going for the safety of the school program, and we're sending them information, and that's approximately done. So I agree, I think the collaboration with this group it would be great to run this program every year.
Right.
Just a new collaboration of programs.
Definitely.
No additional comments? Okay, it is 9:26 p.m. and we will open the floor to the public for comments on any topic. Seeing no one stepping forward to make comment, close at the same time. And we need a motion for executive session.
So moved. Yep.
Seconded by Mrs. Burr. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? So we move into executive session.
Just to be defiant.
And, I should, during the, I'm going to clearly decide, thank you notes from